Look, I'm not going to lie. Lately, it feels like the world is holding its breath. Every time I turn on the news, it's another escalation, another threat, another step closer to the unthinkable. And let's be real, the one that really scares us all is nuclear war. I don't know about you, but I'm not the type to just sit around and wait. So, I started digging. I mean really digging. Expert analysis, military reports, survival guides, you name it, I read it. And just when you thought it couldn't get any more intense, Russia isn't just making threats of nuclear war. They're also pouring resources into a massive bunker program. And it's not just the bunkers. Russia has actually changed its rules of engagement when it comes to nukes. So, let's get to the important part. How do you actually survive this thing? Well, a basement might be your best bet, but there's a catch. If a nuke goes off, your best chance is to get underground and fast. A basement is kind of like your own little bunker, you know? It can protect you from the blast wave and some of that nasty radiation. But, and this is a big but, not all basements are created equal. You gotta make sure yours is ready. Think of it like this. You need to make your basement a fortress. Okay, let's say you make it through the blast. Alright, so say you're in your basement. You've survived the initial blast. But don't get too excited just yet. You gotta stay put for at least 24 hours, maybe longer. After a day or two, you might be able to go outside in a full hazmat suit, gas mask, the whole 9 yards. And don't even think about eating or drinking anything that might be contaminated. Look, I know this is heavy stuff, but I gotta be real, right? So after all this, can you actually survive in a basement? The honest answer is, it depends on how soon you prepare. A basement fully prepped can definitely increase your chances, but it's not a guarantee. You gotta be prepared, you gotta be smart, and honestly, you gotta get a little lucky. But hey, even if the worst happens, even if things look bleak, remember, humans are survivors. We're resilient. We find a way to make it. But wait, here's a few things to help you get prepared. Those first 60 minutes after the bomb drops, they're absolutely critical. They can mean the difference between life and death. And I'm about to break down exactly what you need to do to survive this. First, the bad news. Forget all your electrical devices. The EMP from a nuclear blast can disable vehicles, computers, and etc. Then comes the flash. Imagine a second sun appearing out of nowhere, so bright it sears your eyes. The shock, the disorientation, it's almost as bad as the physical effects. And right on its heels, the pressure wave, an invisible tsunami that can flatten buildings and melt car paint. Even if you're miles away, you're not safe. But here's the good news. You can survive this. You have a 15-minute window before the fallout starts raining down. That's your chance to find shelter and find it fast. Get inside. Any building with a basement will do. Seal those entry points with duct tape. Even the finest dust particles are deadly. This might sound crazy, but get naked. It's about reducing radiation exposure. Your clothes could be contaminated, so ditch them and bag them up. Decontamination is key. Brush off that radioactive dust, wipe your skin, and use a damp cloth as a makeshift mask. And don't forget to decontaminate those water bottles too. Food and water are your lifelines. Stick to sealed, non-permeable packaging, canned goods, airtight plastic, anything to keep that dust out. And don't forget about stocking your shelter with essential food survival kits. Here are some great options available on Amazon. The link to these items can be found in the description. The Ready Hour Emergency Meal. Entrees offers 120 servings of real non-perishable meals with a 25-year shelf life. Augustin Farms provides a 30-day one-person emergency food supply kit with 200 servings. Just add water. For a longer-term solution, The 4 Patriots 4-week Emergency Food Supply Survival Kit includes 192 servings of freeze-dried food designed to last 25 years. Other great options include the READYWISE Entree Grab and Go Bucket with 60 servings, the Mountain House 3-day Emergency Food Supply with 18 servings, and the Augustin Farms 72-hour 4-person Emergency Food Storage Kit. These kits ensure you have enough food to last through an emergency. Remember, taking even small steps toward being prepared can give us a sense of control in a situation that feels overwhelming. A well-stocked first aid kit is also important. Make sure you have bandages, antiseptics, pain relievers, things you might need for burns, medications that you or your family members take regularly. There's no way to completely prevent radiation sickness, but having potassium iodide tablets on hand can help protect your thyroid from absorbing radioactive iodine. And to monitor radiation levels, I recommend getting one of these Geiger counters available on Amazon. The GQ GMC300S Digital Nuclear Radiation Detector and the CH90KS Geiger Counter Nuclear Radiation Detector are good choices. Having a reliable Geiger counter can help you stay safe and informed. And to protect your electronics and vehicles from EMPs, check out these Faraday EMP protectors on Amazon. The Faraday Defense EMP Vehicle Protection Kit. The Faraday Defense DEFCON Vehicle EMP Protection during the attack. In those first few moments, speed and clarity of action are really important. If you're outside and you see the flash of a nuclear explosion, do not look at it. The light from a nuclear explosion is so intense it can cause permanent blindness, even at a distance. Drop to the ground, face down, and cover your head with your arms. The blast wave will follow really quickly after the flash, so you need to brace yourself for impact. Then, as soon as it's safe, get inside, ideally to your shelter, and start sealing those openings with duct tape. The first 48 hours after a detonation are really the most critical for minimizing exposure to fallout. You want to stay inside. Avoid going outside unless it's absolutely necessary, and use your Geiger counter to monitor those radiation levels before you venture out. I encourage you to do your own research and start preparing now. A nuclear attack isn't just a distant threat anymore. It's a real danger we need to be ready for.